Facebook, earlier this week, Facebook was blocking ad blockers, and you, Jason, said that this was just going to turn into a massive multiplayer online blocking cat and mouse game. I doubted that because of the way Facebook serves ads, but it looks like this time, Jason, you were right.
Oh,
and I was wrong.
I take my victories when I can get them.
I've learned the hard way. You should listen to Jason.
Today, The Verge is reporting that AdBlock Plus has offered a workaround to Facebook's block of ad blockers. AdBlock Plus is one of the most popular ad blocking tools. They have over 500 million users. In fact, many of you wrote in to tell us that you use it for various reasons. And a lot of those reasons have nothing to do with just not wanting to see ads. You wanted to save data and speed up your browsing experience. Facebook is blocking ad blockers only on desktop and not on mobile. But the open source community at AdBlock Plus accepted the challenge. They created a new filter that was added to the main easy list filter today. All you need to do is update your filter list to use it. So I say, let the games begin.
Oh, the ad blocking.
And blocking the ad blocking soon. I mean, we're going to talk about this. Yeah, we're going to talk about this story for the next however many months because it's going to keep happening. And we're going to be talking about how the blockers of the ad blockers that blocked the blockers of the ad block. And I mean, it's just going to be a nested thing. It's going to get really confusing if it hasn't already. Yeah, I mean, the AdBlock said the community figured this out even quicker than they would have expected it to happen in a couple of days. Yeah. It did not take long to put together a filter. Although Facebook claims, and I haven't noticed any proof of this or anybody that's been able to prove this and write an article about it anyways, that the blocking filter that they created also happens to have some effects on pages and posts from friends. So I don't know if that's just Facebook like painting a rosy picture over. Yeah, sure they put together something, but it doesn't work. Or if that's actually happening. If it's actually happening, I haven't really heard a lot about people noticing that.
Well, you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah,
see it.
So. Yeah,
you wouldn't.
Because it just wouldn't be there.
If a post gets posted in the forest, then there's anyone there to read it. But
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't be surprised by that at all, especially in such a quick and hasty. Well, I don't know if it's hasty, but a quick solution. Because what they're doing is they're looking at the front end code and trying to identify, okay, this is an ad, don't render it. And unless you know exactly the way everything is getting tagged, the chances of not rendering something that the user might want to see is probably greater. So I'm not surprised. I put a lot of validity in Facebook's comment about that the ad block code is doing that. I just hate ad blockers. I mean, I get it. I get the argument that you mentioned about the browsing speed, and honestly, not browsing Facebook but browsing websites is a nightmare now because of all of the third-party, includes and the interstitials and the windows and things like that. But like, we're content creators. This is how we get paid, and people who block that are single-handedly taking money out of the pockets. And I understand Facebook is a billion-dollar company, and the number of people who use AdBlock Plus is so small, it's not going to cripple them. But it's just morally and conceptually, like, I won't bring myself to install AdBlock Plus because that would be like shooting myself in the foot. And so,
Well, I have one idea about this that I got from Tom Merritt on Daily Tech News Show. He suggested that perhaps Facebook really isn't interested in this cat and mouse game at all, but they made that post for their advertisers. Like, it was a PR move saying, like, hey, we're making it easier for you to deliver the ads to the people that want those ads, and we're going to block ad blockers. So don't worry, advertisers. Everyone's going to see your ads. And the chances, I mean, the majority of people are going to see those ads. I mean, if you talk about, like, there's a tutorial on how to update your filters on AdBlock, it's probably not that hard, but the average person is not going to do it.
Yeah, anytime it's like, here, watch this YouTube video to see how you can block those Facebook ads.
I'm out, yeah.
99% of the people are like, yep.
And the thing is, it's a hobbyist tool. I mean, more than likely, a lot of our audiences are the types of folks who do it because they're savvy. I mean, I was 10, 15 years ago, this is the kind of thing I would be doing. What I would love and what I would like to see, and Tom, and you might be probably right, is that they've got to save face somehow. They've got to, kind of in the face of the advertisers, this is what we're doing to block this or whatever. Yep. But I've talked about it before on All About Android. I love what Google did with Google Contributor. I pay $10 a month to Google Contributor, and it doesn't block all of them, but they don't render AdWord ads to me because they know I'm a contributor if I'm logged in. If Facebook can figure out what the lifetime value per user for advertising is and distill that down to a monthly fee, if you could pay $5 a month to Facebook to not see any ads in your feed, would you pay that?
If it's really that important to you to block the ads, there's the other kind of camp, which, to a certain degree, I fall into, which is I've seen ads on the internet for so long that a lot of the times I don't see them. Like I've seen them for so long that it's just white noise at this point.
Well,
and I'm not
honestly,
actually paying attention to them. I do notice the slowdowns though.
Yeah,
and
the
that's a bummer.
slowdowns drive me crazy. But the weird byproduct of online ads now are I'm seeing ads for products I've already purchased because I visited the site, or actually I am seeing ads. The retargeting does work. I will go to Amazon, I'll look at something, I go, I'm not gonna get it now. I'll go to Facebook and I'll see it put up. I'm like, oh yeah, I did want to get that book. So yeah, but
right. It's sort of it's a distraction because I mean, like I'm looking for a car, so now every time I'm looking at Facebook, it's like, hey, you don't have a car. You looked at this one. You looked at this one. You want this one, and it's just distracting. But I don't think people would pay for Facebook.
You gotta put your money where your mouth is. I mean, like we've created this culture now that expects everything for free and doesn't expect to pay for it. Just on John Oliver on this past Sunday night, he did a whole thing on journalism about how newspapers are dying and all this sort of stuff because we expect it to, there are no journalists left, and it's because nobody wants to actually buy papers. Like I gladly. And I'm coming from a very privileged spot, and then I've had a good career and all this sort of stuff, and not in a position to afford it. But $3, $5 a month to put your money where your mouth is and say I like the service. That's why I try to buy apps or I pay to the developers or things like that because we do have this level of expectation of free, but then we get mad when they turn off the thing that allows it to be free. So it's mind-boggling.
Well,
so
I feel like I pay Facebook all the time with my personal information. Like they know I'm buying a car. They they know what I'm wearing. They know where I go. They know. I mean,
that's a lot of currency too.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of value to that currency.
So I'm already paying them.
Right.
I feel.
Well, you could be paying them a little bit more in money.